Good morning. I felt the call to start running again. It's July 1st. The year's halfway over. What are you going to do with the second half? We got to get after it. There's one really bad thing about summer serve. It just throws my life into chaos. It's one of my goals this week is to organize the garage. Morning. Great day, chickens. Many of you have been asking about the bees. This is our original hive. It is doing really well. As you can see, very much a lot of activity in there. This is the other one. Still, probably not as strong, but that's to be expected. If the queen is fertilized, there should be eggs in there now, which I should probably check, just not today. It's your bee update, your chicken update. I think that's it for the homestead. Probably collecting some more berries as well. Good time of the year. Hiking to work today.
Hello.
Hello, Joanne, Kelly, and AJ. Good to see y'all.
Have a great day.
Everyone's in the mood to work out this morning, I guess. Run down to the tourist bureau today. Hoping to meet the new director. Saw on Facebook over the weekend. There's going to be some big changes coming for the tourist bureau, so very excited about that. So I want to know what they're planning. Flowers are getting a little more beautiful every day. Out here doing a little bit of research today. Can't fully tell you what that's all about yet, but you know me, always planning and scheming and testing out different ideas. So interesting that we live in this beautiful area that should be, I think, a tourist hotspot. We only have 3 hotels in the entire county and just a smattering of bed and breakfasts, not nearly as many as what will be required someday when hopefully the Pittsburgh to Erie Trail is finished and that whole connection from Washington, D.C. to Erie. We could be a major tourist hotspot in Western Pennsylvania. So I think it might be time to come up with some different ideas on how we could take advantage of that from a business standpoint. And I'm not just talking about myself, I'm talking about everyone that lives in our area. Got to look at that. Tourist Bureau Director wasn't in, by the way. Hopefully I'll get to meet her soon. Try to get her on the podcast one of these days. So my whole day has kind of been chained to my desk. It's good in some ways and bad in some other ways. And when I want to go out and do something filming for the vlog, normally I'll just leave for a half hour, go do my thing and come back. But today was not one of those days. It was just back to back to back to back. But anyways, as you guys know, for some time I've been pretty curious about what the future economy for Kittanning is going to look like. And I think that tourism aspect with the trail, I personally just believe that that's the future of our economy, and I just can't wait till that Pittsburgh to Erie Trail opens up. But I was talking at a DKI meeting a couple weeks back about, give me a list of preferred businesses, things that you'd like to see in downtown Kittanning. And here's what some of the things that people came up with. Do-it-yourself craft place, which would be like, I've seen a lot of places that are like pottery or painting or any of those kinds of things. Cool idea. Movie theater. Someone wants to see a movie theater back in Kittanning. Coffee shop seems to be high on everybody's list, like a high-end, top-notch coffee shop. Co-working space on the Main Street level. I have a little co-working space here, but I'd love to see a coffee shop / co-working space. Maybe something together would be really, really cool. Full-on bakery. Someone had mentioned like a party store. Someone had mentioned more antique type stores, like Two Short Gals, but have even more of those kinds of places downtown. Someone had mentioned a small high-end grocery store, like a place with organics, those kinds of things. I do believe that could probably make it here now. And then another person said a microbrewery / restaurant, something more along those lines. And I like all of those ideas. I'd love to see Market Street kind of fill up, and I think a lot of those things, to me, tend towards tourism type of things, and I just want to see more of those kind of businesses around town. So I'm just curious for you, if you could put anything in one of these empty storefronts in downtown Kittanning, what would you put in there? The other idea that I'm kind of curious about and trying to explore is maybe like putting together an investor group, because it seems like to get your hands on some of these old buildings, it's going to take quite a bit of money to do that. But if there was a lot of people that wanted to put in $25,000 a piece, or if we created a group that could put in X amount of dollars to own X percentage of this business, maybe we could take one of these huge buildings that somebody wants $500,000 for and actually get a hold of it and make it into a lot of these things that we think could go in our city. And then, share the profits, or share the risk at least when it comes to making one of those big projects happen. But I've been really interested to kind of like bounce these ideas off people, and there's just like my brain just is always constantly ideas. It never ever stops, which is maybe why these videos work. I talk to a lot of other people and they say, how do you come up with so many video ideas? Aren't you ever afraid of running out of ideas? And I'm like, no, I'm afraid of forgetting all the ideas that I have. And so I document them all in video form. That's what this is good for. So anyway, I was hoping to run home a little bit, but I don't think that's going to happen. We have worship night practice tonight, so I was trying to get out of here a little early, but then I realized I had an appointment, and so the home thing did not happen. So now I'm just going right to worship night practice at the church. But anyway, the reason that I'm talking about tourism and the future of our economy is because Mike Rizzo is actually coming tomorrow. He's going to join me on the Kittanning podcast, or the now rebranded Greatest City in the World podcast. Mike is a big thinker, and he's actually the original one that came up with Kittanning 300, and so we're going to talk a lot about that vision and kind of a recurring series. We're planning to look at what's been successful in other great towns across our great nation, and hopefully we can glean some information, have some frank conversations, and get a lot of feedback from you guys so that we can have a lot of great ideas moving forward in our city. And so we're just going to begin to have those conversations and record them for all of you so that you can join us on it. So make sure you check out Kittanning Podcast. That first episode with Mike should be out on Friday. Look at this. It's like every day I come out here, Jurgen is working more on this garage door. He painted all the inside trim parts, and now it looks like he's going to work on the outside. Great job, Jurgen, and thank you for joining us on Summer of Serve last Saturday. If you haven't seen that video, make sure to check it out. See how long practice goes. I'd love to get home before the sun goes down. I harvested a bunch of berries again last night, and I'm hoping to get some mulberries too before they all fall on the ground and the birds steal them all. Just got out 8:30, about a half hour of sunlight left. It's gonna be close. Try to get a couple mulberries, but man, we had an awesome practice for worship night. So if you are available on this coming Thursday, I would highly suggest that you make your way to Living Water Church. It's gonna be an awesome night. It'll be 4th of July, so I know many of you might be away for the day, and that's fine. But if you're in town and you're looking for something to do, come on out and join us. We'll get you out of there in time for the fireworks in Ford City. Doors open at 6:30, start worshiping at 7. Wow. Just had to stop and admire God's handiwork here. What a stunning night. It's been perfect weather really since the summer solstice. It's like the switch just flipped, and it's been wonderful. You got just enough time, I think. The acre of my property that you never see on the vlog, but I love it up here. I just don't get to spend nearly enough time up here. One of the best things about it is mulberries. So good. Firefly season as well. I was hoping for a gallon, but half gallon will do.